Approaching a critical deadline in Baltimore City. Hundreds of Baltimoreans are facing a financial hole that could lead to more vacant homes. Let's go to WMAR 2 News' Eddie Kadam, who is live at City Hall tonight to explain what a tax sale is and how community leaders are raising funds right now to save people from falling through the cracks. Eddie?
Yeah, Jamie, if you live in Baltimore and you owe more than $750 in property taxes that have become delinquent, you're going to have to pay an exorbitant amount in interest, 6 to 18%, just to get your property back.
Covered in trash and surrounded by vacant homes. There are a lot of factors that create this kind of blight. Nika Namdi of Fight Blight Be More says one of the big factors is the annual tax sale.
There have always been serious economic problems in these communities, and so then when you add the ability of the municipality to sell the debt to a third party, and then the third party can charge penalties and interest, it takes $1,000 debt today is $3,300 next year.
Last year, the tax sale was delayed by a month. Now, this group is calling on the mayor's office to delay the sale and exclude property tax sales where the owner lives in the home. The goal is to avoid eventual foreclosures.
We've seen properties that are residential properties classified as commercial properties, which is going to inflate your tax bill. We've seen payments be misapplied or not applied at all to people's accounts, resulting in them being on a tax list. We've seen unapplied property tax credits, elders being in the hospital or just forgetting because of all this going on.
Namdi is working alongside John Kern of Maryland Volunteer Lawyer Services to create the Stop Oppressive Seizures Fund. They're calling for donations to help people avoid landing on the tax sale list. Kern represents people who are in a tax sale and end up in a tax sale foreclosure. He says a lot of times homes are not properly titled. That means if they pass away and the house isn't retitled, you get a tangled title. At this point, the person is paying the property taxes, but they don't have access to state property tax credit programs.
We have to open up the estate of the people that have passed away and retitle the house in their name. So we're doing all that legal work just to get them back to square one, and that doesn't really even address the issue of them being behind on the property taxes in the first place.
All of this to bring us back to why we're standing here. When people feel like they've exhausted their options and don't have the money or places to go, they just walk away from the property.
Those lien purchasers do not retitle that property, so it stays in legal limbo because they don't actually want the properties. They want the 12 or 18% that Nika's talking about. So they'll never retitle that property. Now the property's floating in this tangled title state. It's acquiring liens after liens after liens, and eventually the liens are so high, and then there's no value on the property, and you get another vacant. You get another zombie property.
The mayor could make it so the date for the tax sale is moved back, but he hasn't announced plans to do that just yet. The date right now is April 30th. You have to get those property taxes below $750 in the meantime. If you want to help support these organizations that are helping the people dealing with these tax sales, head to WMAR2news.com. We've got links for you. Live outside of City Hall tonight, Eddie Kadam, WMAR 2 News.